Hey, what's up? Lord Skunk here, lordskunk.com. This segment here was taken from one of our past live shows. Make sure you check out our live shows every Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Subscribe so you'll be notified when we go live. All right. So in this guide, we're going to go over Team Skunk Raid Review, how to score over 1 million damage in Tier 7 Phase 1. Okay, these are for those people that just want to pump out a bunch of damage. There's been some videos, there's been some discussion, there's been some screenshots on the different forums. I mean, if that's what you're into, Malia Bean has put together a guide for you to be able to do that. So let's go over that guide and we'll just get an idea and an understanding. Now, the reason I've tried some of these characters, I've tried some of these comps, so I'm going to preface all of this with this, okay? Is number one, there's certain characters in there I may or may not have a desire to level up and put gear into and invest gear and mats and resources in, where I don't think I may not use them in other areas of the game, at least not of right now. Okay, so I'll preface with that. The other thing is that it's very time consuming to be able to do that. You don't have to score 1 million damage or more in a raid, you know what I mean, to be able to get through the raid. I mean, we can get through these Tier 7 raids fairly quickly. You know, if you have a decently geared Tier 7 guild. So I'm gonna go through these characters, go through this guide that he has. But if this is something that you're into and you just want to do it, and it's just something you want to try out, here's a certain way that you can do it with some of these character options. So he put his screenshot up there. He did 1 million damage. He's using T-Bow, Jawa, Geonosian Soldier, Rex, and Qui-Gon Jinn. The general strategy: turn meter control and speed down prolong the attempt to allow for sustained damage to the captain. Save both Phasma and Ray for later phases of the later phases of the raid to further dominate your competition. I mean, guildmates and friends. True, yeah. So the team. So here's the team. T-Bow as leader provides turn meter gain for the team. Abilities required to Omega his leadership ability, which increases the chance of 25% turn meter gain at the end of a turn from 25% to 50%. Okay, recommended Omega to his basic attack and his dispel attack increases turn meter reduction further by 25% and 30% respectively. Okay, gear. Required Gear 10 to maximize damage and protection. Recommended Gear 10 Nubian Security Scanner, which is a raid-only gear, to increase potency from 40% to 80%. Jawa, this is the regular Jawa, not Jawa Engineer, not Dachka. This is just the regular Jawa that we all started off with when we started the game. Jawa for speed down on basic attack. Abilities required Omega to his basic attack to increase the chance of speed down from 25 to 50%. Recommended nothing else. You don't need anything else. Just get that basic Omega'd. Gear 9 to improve damage and protection. Recommended Gear 10 for +6 speed, 30% potency, and increased damage and protection. Now this is that one character where I'm like, man, I just don't know if I'm going to use him. Now people say, oh, you could do the anti-droid team because we think the droid meta's coming because it's Jawa Engineer, and then you could do the anti-droid team with Jawa Engineer and Jawa and Dachka, and maybe another, Jawa. They release Chief Nebbit, who we know is in the game from the droid event. Maybe they'll release him soon. So you could do that. I just don't know. Okay, I don't think so. I think there's other ways you could do it. So that's kind of the one character I don't really see myself going out and doing. Plus, it's again, it's a little bit slower to do it all this to get that million. I'd rather get my 600 to 900k and call it a day. But your next character you're going to need is Geonosian Soldier for assist damage and further turn meter control by assisting allies. Excellent turn meter. So he's going to call in, allies like Rex and that Jawa and Qui-Gon Jinn, whose basics are going to reduce turn meter as well. Abilities required: Omega to the assist attack to increase damage by 15%, and unique ability to increase turn meter gain after critical hit. So if you do his unique ability, Omega that, you get a 50%. Is it a 50% chance to get 50% turn meter, or is it 50% turn meter on a critical hit? Just 50% turn meter on a critical hit, right? Can't remember. I have to look that back up. But you need to Omega it anyways. Recommended Omega to his basic attack provides an additional 5% damage. Gear required: Gear 10, maximum gear for maximum damage. Then the fourth character is Rex for the cleanse, to remove that the skull off your team or himself. Turn meter manipulation and burst damage against the guards. Abilities required, none. You have to omega any of these abilities, but it's recommended that you omega the basic for increased chance of turn meter reduction, and to the special attack for 5% health increased burst damage. Gear required, gear 11 to maximize initial burst damage. And then finally, Qui-Gon Jinn for turn meter control with his basic, dispel, and assist damage with assist turn meter control. Abilities required to omega for his basic for the turn meter reduction to the target. Recommended omega for the dispel for an additional turn of offense up. Gear required, gear 11 to maximize damage and protection. Now, if you only have a gear 9 or gear 10 or whatever Qui-Gon, you can still use them, but it's just, that should have been recommended, not required. Overall strategy and tips. Number 1, this team composition does not work in a Zerg raid format. You need to be able to reset the initial counter to ensure maximum damage. Again, slow. It takes a lot of time. And you got to have the right numbers. Number 2, target the Gamorrean Brute with both assist attacks and Rex's special attack if he is not dead by the time the captain casts Bestial Roar reset. This is the most frustrating part of the encounter and relies heavily on random numbers. When the Gamorrean Brute is dead, target the Gamorrean Guard and kill him. Take every opportunity you have to apply the slow from Jawa and turn meter reduction from Tebow to the captain before the Brute dies, but only if the Brute has minimal turn meter. Use Qui-Gon Jinn's assist attack when the captain has a small amount of turn meter, otherwise use his basic on the captain. When he summons the guards, target the guard and then the Brute. This will be the opposite order employed at the start of the encounter. So at the start of the encounter, you're going to go Brute, then guard, and then from there on out, you're going to go guard, then Brute. Number 6, don't forget to keep Tebow stealth as much as possible for turn meter reduction on his basic. And utilize both Qui-Gon Jinn's Dispel for offense up and Tebow's Dispel for turn meter reduction. Don't miss out on an opportunity to kill the Gamorrean Guard with Jawa's AoE attack if the Brute has cast Taunt. Enjoy those Han Solo shards. So again, if you want to be up towards the top, obviously we know the higher you are in the leaderboards for your raid leaderboards, when you guys are doing raids, the more Han Solo shards you get. So if that's something you're trying to maximize on, this may be a good opportunity and a good guide for you. Just keep in mind, it's not something, you know, that you can just go in when they call. You know, if your guild Zergs these raids, they don't give time to be able to go in and do them. You know, you're going to miss out on opportunities if you try to use this. But if you do have time and you can go in and do it, then this is a great team to be able to use. Now, I use this exact same team, excluding Tebow and excluding Jawa. I use Geonosian Soldier, Rex, Qui-Gon Jinn, Rey, and then I use Phasma as lead. So there's a lot of different options you can use. This is just one. You put this together because a lot of people were asking, how do you get big damage? Malyabeen, Lord Wrath, quite a few players in Team Skunk main guild consistently put up big damage in the raids, so a lot of people asked them, so he put together this guide. Now, if you want to get this guide, it's in PDF format. Simply go over to lordskunk.com, and I will change this around a little bit, but right now you need to go to this post, Terminate Phase 1 of T7 Raids by Malyabeen, and then you can click on this picture of Arnold there, and it will bring you to that PDF. Okay, you can download it, print it, whatever you want to do.
Good job, Malyabeen.
Yeah, so that was cool. So it's cool he did that. So
and he's nice. In chat with us. I mean, he's in the text chat right now. He's in
on the live show. Yeah.
On the live show. That's
Good
right.
Good job, Malya. Good job. Good job putting that together. We got to teach Malyabeen how to post stuff on the website. I think he has access to do it. We just got to work with him on how to be able to do it. So cool. Good job, Malyabeen. Very nice. Very nice. Are you guys going to go work on your Jawa?
I have been working on my Jawa, absolutely. I'll tell you, the droid event way helped with working on Jawa. So I have my Jawa at the moment at 58 of 85. So he's one of my, and he's finally gotten into the hard farm category for me. You know, that if I run down the list and hit all the hard farm dudes, he makes the list.
You don't do them in Cantina?
I'm still working Old Ben Cantina for Phase 4.
Thanks for checking out the video. If you're interested in joining a guild, head over to teamskunk.com. We do have open positions in our various guilds. Also, check out lordskunk.com for guides and news for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, LordSkunk1. Also, check out our Discord app. It's a voice and text chat program that you can download on your Mac, your PC, your iOS, or your Android device, and you can connect with thousands of other Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes players. Want access to the ally codes of some of the most infamous players in all the galaxy? Head over to lordskunk.com, click on links, then click on promo, and follow the directions there. We draw winners every Friday during the live show. If you like this video and want to see more, make sure you hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button. You'll be notified when we go live and when we upload new videos. Thanks for checking out lordskunk.com.